Hi, welcome to the Extension Hour on Lone Star Community Radio. Thank you for joining us today, and we've got a couple of guests with us here today and some neat things that we want to talk about. I'll introduce myself again really quickly. My name is Caroline Cruz, and I am a county extension agent here in Montgomery County with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service. I work primarily with the 4-H Youth Development Program and with school programs that are involved with our 4-H activities here in Montgomery County. And I will let our other guests here on the show introduce themselves as well.
I'm Rachel Cooper. I also work at the Extension office with Caroline. I'm the 4-H program assistant. My job is to, very similar to Caroline's, go into the schools, introduce the 4-H program, as well as help out with the county 4-H program that we have.
Hi, I'm Beatriz Blanco. I'm with the City of Conroe Parks and Recreation Department, and I work with the after-school programs, and I will really be working with the FunQuest Day Camp that we have this summer. We have a lot of activities going on, and we'll be talking about more of that later.
Mm-hmm. So we've got, like we just got introduced to, Miss Beatriz Blanco, mm-hmm. and she is our special guest today on the Extension Hour. We are really fortunate that we get to partner in a lot of really neat programs here in Montgomery County, especially with the City of Conroe. And so Miss B is going to speak with us today about some of the programs that we're really excited about for the summer, and even some programs for the upcoming school year that will be happening this coming up fall. But first, before we jump into all of that, we want to get to know you a little bit better. So Miss B, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a Montgomery County native person. I was born and raised here, and I'm very proud to be a part of this community. It's really, we have a lot of things that we do here, and I'm really proud of that, to be from Conroe. And I'm just, I've always been in the program. I've started when I was 11 years old, and I've been with the City of Conroe program since then, the after-school program, summer camps, and I've done all of that, and, I feel really proud to be here and still be with the program. So
good. So you are a product of the program.
Yes.
That's really good. So tell us a little bit about what are your favorite things or activities to do around Conroe?
Well, if the weather gets better, I would love to be at Lake Conroe right now. I love to go, jet skiing and swimming and just being out there with the family. And I just, it's a big part of Conroe, the lake, so we love to be out there.
Yeah, most definitely a lot of fun times out there. So we know that you're from right here in Montgomery County. Tell us a little bit about when you were younger, like when you were still in school, in high school, even younger than that. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a news anchor. I wanted to tell the world everything that was going on, and it just seemed really, interesting to know everything at the right moment and at the right time. I was like, well, how do they get the news so fast? And I always wanted, I was really interested in being in front of people and communicating, everything that happened around. And I think that I do that with my job. Sometimes, even though my communication is with children, it just feels that I really, was able to show that I can, be in front of people, and I'm not, not scared. And I just like doing that stuff. And so when I was younger, yes, I wanted to be a news anchor, but now I'm with children, so I'm a news anchor to them. I get to do stuff with them.
That's really cool. When you were young as well, what were some of the other goals that you set for yourself, and how did you achieve those goals?
Well, one of my goals that I've always been, I've always set to myself is, always make a better step for yourself, so always, achieve a little bit more than you can. And I feel that, I had a very good opportunity to be involved with programs that let me do that and let me, show that I can do more. And that's all I wanted. I wanted to do more with our community. And I feel that with all the programs that I'm involved with, I get to do that.
Really good. If you, now where you are at, if you could go back when you were, say, 15 or 16 years old, you're still in high school, you've got your future ahead of you, and if you could go back and give yourself a really helpful piece of advice, knowing what you know now, what would you go back and tell yourself?
Stay in school. And I mean, do more in school. Be more involved with the things out there. I was the firstborn out of my family, and I just felt that I was always the icebreaker with everything that happened in our family. And you know, my brother and my sisters, I got to be a good stepstone for them, because they're like, oh, well, she got to do it, so I think I can too. And I got to push them a little bit further on those things. And that's one thing that I would tell myself, you know, be more involved in the things that are going around with school, and, you know, be more active in what's going on.
Were you involved in any type of like student organizations or clubs or sports or anything through school?
No, I wasn't. And that's what I mean about, you know, being the icebreaker in the family. You know, I got to experience, you know, I was one of the first, you know, counselors in training, our CIT program. I was one of the first people to be hired onto the city, still being in high school. And I felt that, you know, I got a good opportunity there. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can do it, you know, my brother and my sisters, and they can too. And, you know, we all got to work for the city, and I felt that we had a lot of good things happening.
Good. So talking about that, and like what you mentioned with the counselor and training program through the city of Conroe, tell us about your job now. Tell us kind of where you work. What is your job? What are some of the things that you have as your responsibilities at work? And then to follow up, why do you love your job?
Okay. Well, I started off just being a regular child in the program. My parents will sign us up. We would be waiting at the door every morning for summer camp to start. And I had the opportunity to grow. There was no counselors in training. We were getting older, and it was only a couple of us. We were at least 4 of us that were going into high school. We were the first ones to go into high school out of the program, and they did not know what to do with us. So they became, they're like, you know what, y'all could be counselors in training. And then we just abbreviated that with CIT. So I was in the CIT program, and then I became a counselor. I was getting more responsibility. They were letting me take care of, a class of, 12 kids, and by myself, nobody was, on top. So I was just like, yeah, I get more responsibility. I started growing in the program. I became a supervisor. And then, I went and I had my family. And when I came back, I was, I came back and I became an assistant coordinator. And with the nutrition program, I'm able to help out with the snacks, being more healthier snacks. We order no more cookies, no more, junk, chips. We don't order none of that anymore. We order more of the healthier kind. And we've been involved, with the NRPA and USDA programs, and they have helped us become, be more involved with the garden. And that's where we've had, our Grow Eat Grow program and 4-H, they help us out with our garden. And I'm just very proud of that, to have the kids, show me, that they're so excited about watching things grow. And I love my job. I love having the kids involved with me. I love, going to different schools and, having the kids know that you're the organ-wise person, or that you're involved with 4-H. And I'm just I'm very lucky that I get to do that and go around, and not just to one location, but I go to several locations, and everybody recognizes you. And it's just very proud for me to know that they recognize me for what I do.
What if you could think about maybe what a typical day would be like at your job, say during the school year? What are some things that you're involved in seeing the students and the other staff members? What's kind of a typical day for B?
Well, whenever we were having our, we will have our rotations and everything, B will come in, and first of all, she will look at her garden, make sure that everything was growing, that everything was fine. The garden was very important, because I will have the kids in the after school program go out there and, have water, involved with that, and have them grow, and have them, be involved with that process of things growing. And then I was in charge of snack. I'm in charge of the snack. We get to know what the snack is, and tell the kids, hey, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry.
Tell us about a little bit about what the OrganWise program is and how you worked, because that was a new program.
Yes.
So how did you, tell us a little quickly how you kind of worked that into the after-school program this year.
Okay, our OrganWise program, we had rotations that we went through. We rotated 9 schools throughout the whole school year. And our OrganWise program, basically, we taught the kids how to take care of their inside. If they take care of their organs, and they take care of, their lungs and their heart, they're taking care of themselves all the way around. And we taught them, if you're outside more, if you do, if you learn how to eat healthy, if you know how to, what is good to eat, what is not good to eat, how does it help your body. We got to show the kids, hey, we can go outside and we can go and play, and it's helping our heart, it's helping our lungs. And the kids just got really into it because they were a part of running outside. They love playing, and that was the main thing. And we just like having them outside and teaching them, with the My Plate program, we taught them, how much to eat with the vegetables and fruits, and and they enjoyed it. They liked it.
Good deal. Well, we're going to take a quick break here in a second. You're listening to the Extension Hour on Lone Star Community Radio.
Hey, this is Cindy Cochran, and now Conroe can boast of another first. The first morning live talk show, 10 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio, coming straight out of the fabulous downtown Conroe, Texas. Be the coolest guy at the water cooler, or the most informed break room dweller by listening to the fun side of the news, local, national, infinity, and beyond. The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
And we are back on the Extension Hour here on Lone Star Community Radio. Thank you for joining us on our show today. I do have an activity that is coming up that is sponsored by the Montgomery County Master Gardener Association, and I want to share that information with you. So our Master Gardeners have an upcoming class, and it's called Composting and Soil Preparation for Gardening. So this is going to be a really great educational opportunity if you are interested in composting and how to get your soil prepared for gardening at home. The date for this program is Saturday, June 11th, and the time is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. This class is going to be held at the Montgomery County Extension Office in the Master Gardener Education Building. The address for our Extension Office is 9020 Airport Road. Our office is right across the street from the Lone Star Convention Center and right next to the airport. So again, that's Saturday, June the 11th from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock at the Montgomery County Extension Office. There is a fee for this program. It's $5 per person, and they can accept cash or check, and that's due at registration on the morning of the class. And that fee covers the cost of your materials for the program, the different supplies that you need during the day, and also coffee and refreshments for you. You can also visit the Montgomery County Master Gardener website, which is mcmga.com, for more details, and you can even sign up for email updates for future gardening program and other information that the Master Gardeners may have out there. So again, Saturday, June the 11th, and that class is Composting and Soil Preparation for Gardening. So make sure to check that out. What we'll be talking about next, we've been really busy in the 4-H program. The springtime is always super busy for our 4-H members, for their parents, for their coaches, and just about everybody at the 4-H office for sure. We just wrapped up a really big event here in the past couple of weeks, and that would be our District 4-H Roundup. District 4-H Roundup this year was actually hosted in Montgomery County, and Lone Star College hosted us for 2 days, and it included members and parents from the 18 surrounding counties, and Montgomery County happens to be kind of the middle point for all of those 18 counties. It was the first year in quite a few years that it's been hosted in the Conroe or Montgomery County area, so we are really excited to have that big event, and if you've ever had anything to do with Lone Star College, you know that they really roll out the carpet for you. They're so welcoming. They were a big sponsor for our program this year, and it was just super enjoyable. Everybody loved the campus. The facilities are top notch, so it was a really great experience for our young members to get to see another place of higher education, because they are looking towards their future and what some of those options that they have in this area. So it was great to be out there at Lone Star College. Some of the results from our 4-H members here in Montgomery County, we had about 85 members that participated, which is quite a lot. And I think probably that we held it so close to home this year really helped out with our participation. Everyone was excited for the past several months getting ready for their different Roundup activities, and we're going to talk a little bit about what those are. So we had about 85 Montgomery County 4-H members that participated. A lot of really successful individuals and teams. They get to basically choose from almost 40 different contests or activities that they can participate during those 2 days of 4-H Roundup. So there's a lot for them to choose from. You have some members that participate in contests back-to-back both days, super active and involved. Some of the examples of some of the contests that they participate in, there's a food show, there's a fashion show, there's an event called the Food Challenge, which is kind of like some of the TV shows that you see, like Iron Chef or Chopped. But the cool thing is that they're for kids. So teams of 4 or 5 members get together and they get to do that contest together. So we had actually 12 teams from Montgomery County that qualified to do the Food Challenge at Roundup. So we had all kinds of teams with really creative names. We had the Sweet Taters, we had the Mixing Minions, we had the Blazing Saddles cooking team, we had the Sugar and Spice Chefs. We just had all kinds of really creative teams that came together for that. Some other activities, another contest that's called Duds to Dazzle, which is similar to the Food Challenge, except it's related to fashion. So instead of a team getting together and cooking a recipe, they get provided with different materials where they're going to make something in 60 minutes. So they may get different pieces of material of different craft type of supplies that they basically have to repurpose something and make it into something new and creative. Another contest that we had quite a few members participate in is called Consumer Decision Making, and that is a judging style contest where teams of 3 to 4 members get together. They are looking at different sets of situations that they read a proposed situation, and they have 4 possible outcomes, and they rank those in order from 1 to 4 based on the skills that they've learned about making decisions if they're out to purchase an item. Like, for instance, one of the topics could talk about different nutritious snacks. They will know the price of each item. They'll get to read the scenario and place from the most nutritious to the least. And so that's a really neat life skill learning type of a contest as well. Some of the other things, we had a robotics contest, and Rachel might be able to speak a little bit more about that too. We had quite a few Montgomery County teams that participated in the 4-H Robotics Challenge this year. Rachel, you want to talk a little bit about the Robotics Challenge?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed this project that we did. We had 5 teams go to District Roundup. We had them place 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So, I mean, they did really well. They really got into it. What it is we have the Lego Mindstorm kits, and they have to build a robot and program it to do different things. They had different tasks that were given at the contest. For example, they had little toy cows that they had to move from the pasture to the barn. And so they had to program their robot to do that. They had 2 hours to build and program. They were given their tasks at the beginning of the contest. And so in that 2 hours, they had to get as many of those tasks accomplished as possible. They were also judged on their teamwork, their communication skills, and just overall how well they did. And I was really proud of our boys. Hopefully this next year we get some girls involved, but this year I had all boys that participated, and they did really well. We had some great teams, some great participation. And I think we're really excited for next year because this was our first year, and we have a go-getter group that's just really excited about what they learned this year and what they can do better for next year.
Right, and that was the robotics challenge. Some other things that our members were able to show off their skills was a contest called Share the Fun. That contest has several different categories within Share the Fun. For example, we had some members that their category was vocal. So what they did is they were able to perform a song in front of an audience. We also had a young member that she played the piano, so she had an instrumental piece that she played. We also had several that played guitar and sang songs. We even had a young member that did a choreographed routine. So she had a dance performance that she was able to perform. So it's quite a wide range of different opportunities that they have to show off their skills, the projects that they've been working in all year long, and really get their time to shine and show what they've learned, and just kind of have that chance to present in front of a group as well. We'll give you a little brief notes about some of our top placing teams. We had, for our consumer decision-making contest, our senior members, which are high school age members, they placed second overall at the contest. We also had, for our Duds to Dazzle team, they placed really well within that top 4 at the contest as well. We also had, like Rachel mentioned, the first place team for robotics with the high school age members. They did really great. We also had another contest where members are getting to advance to state 4-H Roundup, which is basically the next level of competition where they're going to be competing with members all across the state of Texas. So we'll have our consumer decision making team go and compete. Our Duds to Dazzle team is going to compete. And then we also had a first place horse judging team that is also going to get to compete at the state level, and that will be taking place in June. In addition, we have other members that are going to do invitational contests. So we've got a lot of kids that, even though it's going to be summertime, they are super active in the 4-H program, taking advantage of those learning opportunities and meeting new people across the state. So we want to wish all of them well and congratulate all of the members that have already participated. Montgomery County won the 5th place overall sweepstakes out of all 18 counties at District Roundup. So we are so proud of our members. We give them a big round of applause to their parents as well for supporting them throughout all of their project work this year. So that's kind of a wrap up of Roundup. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a few more programs that we have going on so we can share the fun things that we have planned for this summer. So we will join you back on the Extension Hour here in just a few minutes.
Listen in on Mondays at noon to hear the East Montgomery County news. News from our Precinct 4 Commissioner Jim Clark, Precinct 4 Constable Rowdy Hayden, our local nonprofits, school districts, and events that matter to you, residents of Porter, New Caney, and Splendora. With your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information, check us out online at facebook.com/EMC News.
And we are back on the Extension Hour here on Lone Star Community Radio. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about some highlights of the 4-H program that have been going on over the springtime and now getting ready for summer. One of the really hot topics is always summer camps. Everyone is ready for that last day of school. Mom and Dad are ready to find those summer camps for everyone to go and have some good old-fashioned summer camp fun. So we actually have a couple of different things. We'll talk about summer camp with some opportunities with the city of Conroe, and also some summer camp opportunities at the 4-H Center. Rachel's going to talk to us a little bit about some of those summer camps that are coming up and that are on everybody's minds right now. So what are some of those that we have to look at?
Well, the Texas 4-H Center in Brownwood offers a variety of camps geared towards all ages and interests of youth. They have several different ones spread out throughout the summer. One is Mission Possible. It's for our special needs youth. It's on July 6th through 8th. They get to do a lot of unique things that they may not have the chance to do anywhere else. Prime Time and Prime Time Extreme are also two different camps that they have, and it's really the 4-H experience. It has a little bit of everything. Prime Time will be on July 17th through 20th for 5th through 8th graders. And then on July 20th through 23rd for 2nd through 5th graders. And what they'll get to do, they'll get to kayak, they'll get to swim, they'll get to do the nightly dances, which is always a big thing for 4-H. They'll get to do the infamous challenge that's there at the Texas 4-H Center. That it's a team challenge. It's a giant obstacle course that's tons of fun. I can remember doing it when I was in 4-H, and it's something that you look forward to doing when you go to Brownwood. Prime Time Extreme is that same thing, but kind of on steroids. It's really, really pumped up. It's really go-getter for those that are looking for that camp experience, all of those 4-H experiences, but in overdrive. And that'll be on July 11th through the 14th. There's also a beginner shooting sports camp. And there's one on July 11th through the 13th, and then one on July 13th through 15th. And it really introduces those 4-H members that are interested in the shooting sports program, what all they need to learn and what they need to know. It's definitely a beginner course. It's geared for all the way from 3rd grade up until high school age members. It's just more for those beginners that they know they have an interest in it, but they may have never gotten the chance to do it before. There's also a 4-H fishing camp, July 25th through 27th, and it's pretty much what it says. They're going to be fishing, but they learn all about the perfect ways to fish in Texas waters all over the state of Texas and all that they need to know to do that. To find more information about these camps, you can definitely visit the Texas 4-H Center website, and that is texas4hcenter.tamu.edu. And they're going to just be a lot of fun. We encourage anyone of any age to go to the ones that they're able to. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. They don't get that really anywhere else for all of the variety that you can get going there.
And so, again, that is at the Texas 4-H Conference Center in Brownwood. And the campgrounds actually sit on Lake Brownwood. So that's a really neat experience for kids to be able to get to take out the canoes, have some time on the lake, and then do all of those other really neat camp-style activities. For some of the camps Rachel mentioned, some older 4-H members also kind of serve as a mentor for some of those camps. So it's not only fun for the members that are participating, but it's also a service and a leadership opportunity for some of the older members that are helping out with the camp. So it's just, there's basically something for everyone. And if we talk about something for everyone, and you're thinking about what you can do if you're staying local in Conroe in the Montgomery County area this summer, what can your kids, your family, your friends look forward to? And one of our guests here on the Extension Hour is Miss B. Blanco from the city of Conroe. And so we're going to talk a little bit with B about some of the summer activities and really neat programs that are coming up through the city of Conroe. So B, what can you tell people that are listening that some of the things they can get involved in and look forward to?
We have a lot of activities that we have this summer coming up, and it ranges from special events that we have free concerts on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month. We have concerts that, sponsor our local bands, and you can go take your camp chair and sit out there and listen to them. And it's very cool. You get to see how they evolve with the music. We have movies at the park. We have 2 movies in the month of May that we still have a chance to go see. It's free at Heritage Place Park on Friday, May 20th, and Friday, May 27th. You can watch Peter Pan and The Good Dinosaur. Also, special events that we have during the summer are our Flick and Floats. It's $7 per person, but we go to the educational pools or the Oscar Johnson pool that we have on June 10th and July 1st. June 10th, we'll be watching Finding Nemo. July 1st, Goosebumps. And you just take your floaty, your noodle, and just lounge around the pool, and we get to watch movies, which I think it's really fun. We have also all of our youth programs that involve gymnastics, swimming, Nutty Scientist, Lego camps for kids. You could get all of this information in our Conroe playbooks that have come up for the months of May through August. And our playbooks give you all the information, discover everything that you can do at our Conroe Parks and Recreation Department. Also, a way that you can, contact us is with calling us at our numbers at 936-522-3960. And that's at our Oscar Johnson place where I'm at. And we have a lot of things that we have for the kids this summer.
Can you tell us a little bit about if you're a teenager or if you're looking for something to do as well and you're looking for a teen program this summer, what is something that they may be able to look forward to?
We have our Totally Teen program, TTP, and it's a summer program for all of our kids that are teenagers entering the 7th and 8th grade for our upcoming school year, 2016-2017. And you can register. We have a new location where we're going to be at this summer. We're going to be at the activity center, and all of the kids, they get to do a lot of stuff. They get to go on field trips all over our Houston, Conroe area. They get to be involved in community service activities, and they get to learn how to be hands-on with cooking experiments, and they get involved with 4-H and our Grow and Grow program, and they are so involved in so many things. I feel that they have such a good opportunity to join this program. It wasn't as cool back in the day, and I think that this is such a great opportunity for them to be involved in.
What are the grades or the ages for students if they're looking to join the Totally Teen program?
I do not have a specific age, but if you are entering the 7th and 8th grade this upcoming school year, you are welcome to come in and sign up. All of our registration programs are available at the Oscar Johnson Community Center. If you can just call us at 936-522-3960. We have great opportunities for all kids of all ages.
And we're really excited about Totally Teen program this year because once a week, the members that are a part of that program are actually going to come over and visit us at the extension office. And I believe it's going to be about 10 weeks worth of 4-H activities and programs that we are going to do with them this summer. So we're really excited to have them come back and see us again. We always have a good time with the teens during the summertime. So we look really forward to that quite a bit. We talked a little bit about some of the other summer camps, and I know Camp FunQuest is going to be kicking off here pretty quickly when school gets out. Tell us a little bit about Camp FunQuest and the partnership that we're going to have with 4-H this year.
Camp FunQuest is jam-packed with a lot of fun and cool activities. And I really love it that we get to be more involved with the 4-H program this summer. I don't want to tell you everything that we're going to do, but we're going to be able to see, we're going to be able to see how chicks hatch. We're going to be able to do safe archery and 3D archery with our kids, which is something that our kids are not exposed to every day. And I feel with the 4-H program, we're going to be able to do a lot more activities that can help our kids throughout every day. We're going to have a Doctor Who week where the kids get to learn, basic first aid, and they get to know how to take care of each other while they're outside of camp. Also, we will be having, awesome mystery crime scene. Our clovers are going to go missing from our 4-H rooms, and we're going to have our counselors so involved to see who took it. Our kids are going to be able to have crime scene investigation, and it's just so many things that kids do not get exposed to these days. And I feel that with our collaboration with our 4-H program, we're going to be able to see a lot of neat and cool activities this summer.
We're really excited about FunQuest. What are some of the theme weeks that the kids can look forward to?
Well, this summer we have 11 weeks packed with a lot of fun. We have Pirates Ahoy, Color Mania, Camp Camo, Abracadabra, which I'm very excited to know about, cool magic tricks with the kids. Moving and grooving, our kids get to, show off their skills with dancing and singing. Our kids get really pumped up to do talent shows, and they get so into it that they practice so many weeks and look forward to doing that. We're going to have a Spy Kids week, a high tide at the seaside. It's just full of a lot of activities, and we get to team them up with field trips that go with the team. We're going to the circus this year. That's something that we've never done before, and I am so excited that our kids get to go see the circus, oil ranch, the zoo. We have a lot of activities. Oh, and we're going ice skating this year, which I think is awesome. So we're so excited for that. 11 weeks, the whole summer, we have it planned. Come sign up. We have, limited space. It gets full really quick. And if you have kids at that are going to summer school this year, do not worry about them. You do not know what to do the other half of the day. Call us. We have an awesome opportunity for our kids that go to summer school as well.
Sounds like a lot is coming up really quickly. It sounds like everyone's going to have a great fun time this summer. You have so many great things that are planned. 4-H is really happy to be a part of that as well, and to have a chance to work with the kids over the summertime. We see a lot of them during the after-school programs during the school year, so it's good to be able to see them in the summer as well. And it just sounds like there's so much that no one is going to be bored this summer. There's way too much going on, and a lot of really great things. Well, thank you, Miss B, for telling us about all the cool things with the city of Conroe. And just thanks for coming out and talking with us again.
Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. And thank you again for listening to the Extension Hour on Lone Star Community Radio. Thanks for joining us.
Lone Star Community Radio is on FM. That's right. Set your radio dials and your button presets to Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1 coming in June 2016. To celebrate this edition and the addition of video versions of our talk show and music shows on YouTube and cable TV, we are offering special sponsorship rates, which include free audio spots that are played throughout our broadcasts. Interested? Check out our sponsor rates for shows just like this one you're listening to right now online at irlonestar.com/sponsor. Or call the station at 936-647-5747. Reaching the people of Montgomery County with Montgomery County's community radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
We are back on the Extension Hour on Lone Star Community Radio. We have just a couple quick more things to share with you this afternoon. And one of those, we just kind of finished talking about some of the summer programs with the city of Conroe. School is still going on, so we have after-school programs that are happening in our schools. Rachel's going to talk about one of the school programs that she's currently working with and has been involved in for the spring semester. So tell us a little bit about the school and what that program is and some of the things that the students were able to participate in.
Absolutely. I'm actually at Bosman Intermediate. It's some of the older kids. We mentioned earlier a little bit about our food challenge project that we have in 4-H, which is kind of like the TV show Iron Chef, but for kids. They're given a bag of ingredients. They don't know what they are, and they're given a certain amount of time that they have to create a dish with. So we kind of introduced that to Bosman Intermediate students. We started with an instructional video of kind of what it is, showed them a little bit of Iron Chef, got them really pumped about it. But we also wanted to teach them kitchen safety and being healthy in the kitchen. So one of the first things we actually did was a really cool germ activity, because washing our hands and vegetables and fruits and those things are so important, but we really focused on them washing their hands, and we have this really cool machine that you put some blacklight lotion on and stick it under there, and it shows you your so-called germs, and then we let them wash their hands and come back and see how many germs they still had on their hands. And a lot of them were shocked because they thought they were washing their hands well. And it was just a real fun activity. They thought it was so cool and so gross at the same time. But we really focused on that. Then we went back another time and we did a mock food challenge. And what I did is I gave them each the chance to participate as a team. And we played a game and saw which team got first, kind of. And that was the team that got to have first selection of their ingredients. And then the last, not necessarily last place team, but the team that maybe not had done so well got the last pick of the ingredients. So kind of the short end of the stick, but also wanted them to be creative. I had all different kinds of fruits. We had some cinnamon, some yogurt, some peanut butter, and they each got 3 ingredients and had to create something. And it was really cool because the group that got the last pick of ingredients actually made the best dish. And they were so shocked. They got stuck with, I think, applesauce, oranges, and blackberries. And they were able to make a really creative, looked really cool dish. And it actually tasted better than those that got the first pick, which they picked graham crackers, strawberries, and yogurt, and tried to make a dip, and it didn't quite go as planned, but they had a really good time. All of them got to taste it at the end, got to try it, saw how working as a team and being creative and getting those creative juices flowing went for them. So it was a really fun thing. We finished up with an actual food challenge. They were able to cook some chicken, learned how to properly cook it and what the internal temperature should be. They also got to cook some pasta. So it was a lot of fun. They had a really good time. Of course, their favorite part was eating it, I think. But they really, really enjoyed it. We are getting close to wrapping that up, and hopefully we'll be able to get some 4-H members from that group that want to come and make a food challenge team and participate at the county and district roundup that we just got done talking about. So that's our big goal for next year, is getting them involved in an actual 4-H program and getting them participating in it.
That sounds good. I think anytime you can bring food and kind of incorporate that, and that they actually got to prepare it themselves and were able to learn some of those basic skills. I mean, and plus they got to eat something
Absolutely.
that sounds really good. So that's pretty cool. We've got just a couple quick more things that we want to share with you. We have some scholarship recipients from the Montgomery County 4-H program that we were just awarded with some scholarships here in this past week or so. And so those members, we have 6 that are receiving scholarships from the local county program. And those members were Taylor Cantrell, Callie Coy, Natalie Brown, Joshua Fleming, Savannah Martin, and Christian Webster. So those young people, graduating seniors, have been really active and involved during their whole 4-H career, and were very well deserved to earn these scholarships. Of those 6 students, we also have 2 that are going to be receiving state 4-H scholarships at State 4-H Roundup in College Station in June, and those members are Natalie Brown and Savannah Martin. So it's really great that we have Montgomery County represented on the State 4-H scholarship program. just kind of goes to show the hard work that they've put in over their 4-H career, and they've got a pretty bright, promising future to look forward to. So again, a big congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients. It's award season right now. Members are applying for awards, getting ready for banquets and programs and scholarships. So good luck and congratulations to all of our members. If you ever have any questions for us at the Montgomery County Extension Office, you can always give us a call. Our phone number is 936-539-7823. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you might have that are related to the 4-H Youth Program, to agriculture and natural resources, to horticulture, to family and consumer sciences. And you can always chat with the Master Gardener in our Master Gardener phone room. So thank you again for joining us on the Extension Hour on Lone Star Community Radio. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.